Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 17 of Let's Play Disgaea Hour of Darkness. We are on chapter 13, which I believe is the second to last. It's War of the Netherworld Part 2. We left off last time with Jennifer getting abducted by, what was his name, Curtis? And hauled off to the Gigantua, or whatever the name of the battleship was, and we have now quote-unquote pinpointed the locations of it, and we are off to try and rescue Gargantua. There we go. We are off to try and rescue her. Yeah, be quiet, Gordon. Alrighty. We're now on board. We opened up a gate. I did go ahead and switch all of my statisticians to, I think it was Kasumi, because now our mages are the only characters that are below level 70. So I'm pretty much, for this episode, going to try and kill everyone with Kasumi. That means the episode might run a little bit long because we're going to be doing primarily magic and trying to funnel experience that way. So, might be in for a little bit of a long one, but we'll see how it goes. That's right, Laharo. Show me the bosses. It does seem a little bit silly to go starting a war with another world when you don't know how strong your opponent is. I mean, you didn't know anything about our strength. Reminds me of Babylon 5, you know, when Earth picked a fight with the Minbari. It's just like, what did you expect was going to happen? You thought you were badasses, and then somebody showed up who was way more badass than you. And honestly, that's one of the scariest things about life in general to me, is knowing that the people that are generally in charge making decisions are not exceptionally smart, and they're totally somebody who would make that kind of decision. It's just like, man. But then they'll reincarnate as, like, Prinnies to serve in your army. Seems good. From what I remember of how the ship looked, witch cannon. There's like hundreds of them. Oh, that one. Secret weapons are awesome. Being on the receiving end of them, not so often. Not so awesome. I wonder if I'm strong enough to kill the cannon, or if I'm supposed to avoid it. I think it's a little too late for sneaking aboard. We're kind of blowing our way through everything already, right? Alrighty. Let's see here. We've got little cannons, or mega cannons, I guess, with 324 attack. It's not very much. Good health, though. 2,059 health and not very much attack just means they're a little irritating to go down. These are much worse. 11,500 health, enough attack to hurt quite a bit. Does that say they can move? I'm confused. But, enough defense that it would be difficult to do anything against them. It's a good question. Let's see what happens. Like, I think technically this is the escape square, and I'm supposed to run over here, but let's see if we can kill these. Let's see what happens. And thankfully, it seems like they're almost all resistant, or all weak to ice, is what I was trying to say. So that does us a favor. Alright, let's go, Laharl. I'm going to try and funnel this experience to Kasumi, because she has the statisticians. But I should probably move out other people, just because, I mean, those things do have a lot of health, I guess? Yeah. They're not going to die in one shot to basically anybody. So we should try and bring everybody in and offer some support. Go get him, Katarina. They do have enough range to hit me from there, but I don't see how much damage they're doing. Alright, did she die? Wow. She is fine. I might just put her over on the right-hand side to just soak those attacks.
Lord, give me strength.
Now, see, this is one of the things I was saying about attacks with weird displacements. Like, I can use Rapid Kick on the thing directly in front of me. I can use Fists of Fury on the thing directly in front of me. I could even Mystic Blast this, but I can't Delta Kick it because there's no position from which to Delta Kick this, which is one of the reasons I like to have characters with these target the square directly in front of you abilities, just because if you wind up in a weird corner, you can still abuse it. You can still use it. Abuse is the word I was looking for there. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. I'm going to go ahead and lift and throw Etna, just so she can get this attack in. Actually, what's her defense like? I'm going to put Laharl up here, because I really want him to be soaking these attacks.
Go. You're dead.
I think she'll be able to land a non-lethal Omega Ice in this configuration. If you're curious, one of the reasons I use lethal here, like, oh, I'm going to have this person do such and such, I think it should be lethal, is primarily because I do have a bit of a background in, Hearthstone, where it's primarily referred to as lethal. Right? Do we have lethal this turn, etc. Blah 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 blah. It's actually a little bit funny to think about which different communities use different terms to reference that. You know, lethal versus what's his attack like, or his defense? 458. That's fine. I actually wonder if our ninja could dodge stuff. Lethal, killing blow, other stuff. I can't think of a specific example right now, but you get the idea. And we'll put her here so that we can do like an AoE heal. Oh, we need to actually... I'm going to take this back. So, this is an example of where... what's the easiest 4 configuration? It's going to be like... 1, 2, 3, 4? So this is a really good example. I've talked about this before. Really good example of using temporary movement orders just to bunch people up so you can do buffs. Cancel that, cancel that. And then... we'll Wind Cutter this. We'll Colossal Fissure this. And we'll Fists of Fury this. 448, 358, 219, 458. Actually, you're gonna have her do something else. Like so. Which will let this guy go here and do this way. Because Axel can reach this turret, but not this one. And I believe the two of them together will kill this, which I don't want to do. It's funny how the turret gets confused about who's closer.
I'll finish this. Be gone.
This one is weak to ice as well, so... Do I have any, like, really large ice AoEs? Because if I could hit both of these at the same time, that would be ideal. The best I have is something like this, and I don't think there's any configuration of that which hits this. Yeah, there's not. This is one of the things. When it comes to AoE targeting, 2 things 4 tiles apart is one of the most awkward configurations. Let's see. I actually don't want to move him up there, because she has a higher defense, so she's going to tank this up. This is almost dead. 2, 3. Do this. Lovely. And now Kasumi can secure that kill. Easy. Our Ice Mage will go up here. Flan has already cast and will move over here. Belle could hypothetically Wind Cutter this. No, she's in the wrong position for it. to get back. So our ninja can't really do anything from where he is because he's a short-range character. But if we chuck her over here, she can wind cutter this, which is something. That'll do. Oh no! And now, we want to just pile on the damage. Colossal Fissure, weak to fire. So we'll Blazing Knuckle, because it's fire element. I said weak to fire, so we should probably rapid fire this. 3, 4. I believe this is the correct square for that. Nope. I was off by 1. And then... she's got to get 1 square closer. And we'll see how that goes. I like how we sever the turret from the deck, but it's not dead. Somehow it's still functional. Yeah. I mean, these aren't the easiest thing ever to kill, but they're not exactly difficult either. And then... I think Kasumi wants to come over and get this kill while they work on that. Just sniping everything down, getting those levels. And again, this is an extension of there not really being that many good techniques for power leveling mages. It's not too difficult to just go ahead and channel all of the experience into them. Oh, no, wait, that's not where I want him. I'll put him here for now.
Lord, give me strength.
I'm actually really curious if she can Delta kick this to another part of the map. I am curious about that, but I'm not gonna look into it right now, because if I kick this over here, it'll probably shoot my scout and might potentially kill him, which obviously we don't want. We should also do this in a slightly different order so that this actually combos. Like so. Now that's a funny animation. Just run circles around the turret.
How good is this? Be gone.
Alright. Can't do anything. Acted already. I believe everyone's taken a turn. Should be fine. Ow. Interesting how this turret is facing towards Laharl, but shot Etna. We'll repeat this one more time. Blazing Knuckle. Rapid Fire. Omega Ice. And then Flawn over here and get this Omega. Nah, she's only got Giga, but that's alright. I'll do this way.
Go.
Excuse me.
See ya.
I'm nearly certain this is not the intended strategy, but who cares?
Lord, give me strength.
And then we will see if this can be Delta kicked. Wow, that's pretty hilarious. We might actually want to bring these two cannons closer together so that they can be more effectively AoE'd. So, like, I don't want to chuck it into this corner, because I won't be able to do that. Can I lift this? I cannot lift it. But I can triple strike it. Move your butt, turret. We're going to the other side of the map. Kasumi will snipe this out. I hope Axel can get to the big turret. Yes, he can.
I'll finish this! Be gone!
You know, if I do this correctly, I can set up some really nasty AoE, because Delta Kick knocks 1, 2, 3 squares. So if we knock this way 1 using the ninja, and then 1, 2, 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. No, I really want it to land like right here. So if this went 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2. So it looks like really the ninja should have knocked it to here, because then we could go 1, 2, 3 Delta Kick, 1, 2, 3 Delta with Delta Kick, and these would be diagonal to each other, which would be optimal. Oh well, we will make do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1. So if I go ninja, strike it to here, then Delta Kick it, 1, 2, 3, it'll be 2 squares away from each other. And that'll set up line AoEs at least, which is pretty good. So let's do that. See. So this is weak to fire and this is weak to ice. But they have a shared basically a shared mutual weakness to ice. So we want to do something like Wind Cutter would be ideal for one of them. Let me see. Alright, so the ideal configuration has a sword user right here, doing Wind Cutter. It has our gunner standing one square back, so he can rapid fire this one in the corner. Would have a sword user right here to Blade Rush, or possibly Meteor Impact. Meteor Impact's kind of spendy. We'll go ahead and do Blade Rush. Alright, so Laharl does a Blade Rush, which we don't want to do first. We don't want to do that first either. We actually want to start with Rapid Fire, because that's a single target ability. Then, Etna probably does a Colossal Fissure, which is also a single target ability. Now, we spread out the attacks onto 2 targets at a time. So, Blade Surge, Blade Rush, whatever it's called, into Wind Cutter. We'll hit all 3 of those. All 2 of those. These 3 squares. Into Omega Ice, which hits all of those squares. Into another Omega Ice that hits all 3 of those squares. And I don't think this combo is going to get anywhere near lethal. Into a Colossal Fissure on this guy, and this is now single targeted on this. And then we'll finish it up with a big heal on our 2 people that are tanking up this turret. Probably should have started with Etna for the minus defense bonus. Oops. Oh well. Now extend this from a 1-tile combo to a 3-tile combo. Continue that pattern. Same with ice spells. Round 2 of ice spells. And then a Colossal Fissure. In an ideal world, we'd also have, like, our Nekomata, our Kit Kat, doing a line 3 AoE with her Mystic Blast, though that would make Laharl's positioning a little weird. And our Ninja will eventually get involved in this as well. So let's see. We're just going to generically have Laharl do a Blade Rush here, and then get out of the way. Like this. Then we can put our Nekomata here and go our Ninja can't quite get anywhere awesome. Colossal Fissure into Rapid Fire, because that hits his fire weakness, into Mystic Blast, hits all 3 of those, into Wind Cutter, hits all 3 of those, into Omega Ice, hits these 3 squares, into Omega Ice, hits these 3 squares. Did I get the Wind Cutter? I did. Into Colossal Fissure to hit this 1 square. And I don't think these are low enough to die. Might get close. If I Mystic Blast for like 500, Rapid Fire for another 500, probably closer to 600. I haven't kept track. So like 1100 plus the Colossal Fissure takes it to about 18 or 19. 2 Omega Ices. Wind Cutter. It is actually getting surprisingly close. So I actually don't want to set up this full and complete combo, because we are really trying to set up Kasumi to get this kill. So we're going to do this one step at a time. Which does mean breaking the combo for the bonus damage, but we will go ahead and do this. Oops. I'm sure I canceled that action, but oh well. Please tell me this doesn't result in a kill.
Drop.
600 plus 600 is 1200. Now it's gonna get Mystic Blast. Shouldn't die.
I'll finish this. Be gone.
Okay. This is down to 1300, so we can hit it with a rapid fire, which will be not lethal. That's now down in the range that it will die to an Omega Ice from Kasumi. Not 100% in range, and Wind Cutter won't kill these, so we'll go ahead and just do soften it up a little bit more. That should be perfect. That is 100% perfect. Now we just have to focus on this one. So what do we have left? These three have acted. Is that actually everyone? Yes. Moved. Mystic Blast. Yeah, that was everyone. Okay. Oh, except for Ellie, but she's not acting this turn. Kind of weird. This gun shoots Etna and doesn't hit Laurel with an AoE. Shoots the cat, does hit Axel with the AoE. A little confused. Let's put Etna. Fist of Fury and get out of the way. So we know that one on the left, or close to the wall, is going to die as soon as we hit it. Which means we just want to set up this next one to die. And that means we're going to go ahead and have her get out of the way. Have him tri-burst this with ice, which it's weak to. Colossal Fissure this, brings it down to about 600 health. 743. I think the easiest way to do this is to probably Magic Boost Kasumi and hope that it's sufficient to clear both of those out. I was unfortunately not paying attention to how much damage she was doing to the one that's weak to ice. But I think with the magic boost and the ice weakness, it should be sufficient. Fantastic. What level did she go up to? Jeez, 76. She skyrockets ahead of the rest of the team. Guess that means she should unequip the weapon with the statisticians in it. And we'll move those into, say, Flawn's weapon. Actually, no. Let's move it to Ellie's weapon. From Jupiter Staff to Mistral Staff? Yep. I guess I could have just swapped their staves, but oh well. I'm suddenly wondering... Oh, I was about to say, I wonder if you can combine those turrets by lifting them and combining them, and what that would do, because you get a level 200 turret, and that might be an interesting power leveling technique. And then I was like, no wait, you can't you can't lift the turrets. You can displace them with displacement attacks like the ninja and the Nekomata have, but not... you cannot lift them. That's interesting. These are separate zones. Excuse me. Alright, we're inside.
ダメよパパ。やめて。お願いよパパ。
Sounds like someone's having a nightmare.
お目覚めかい、おひ。
カツ。
悪い夢でも見てたのかい。相当うなされてたぜ。
Curtis looks like the kind of guy that is secretly actually awesome and like has a crush on Gordon's girlfriend, Jennifer in this case. At least I think she's his girlfriend.
これからはそんな夢を見なくて済むさ。
カツ。その手に持っているものはまさか。
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
ご名答。一目見てわかるとはさすがはジェニファー博士。ならその効果も知っているな。
やめてカーチス。あなたはそれでも人間なの？
さてな。俺はある事件で体の7
And now it's time for Curtis's tragic backstory, which is what motivates him to become the true defender of Earth.
人間としての心もどこかへ落としちまった。さあ、お休みの時間だ。
Suddenly I'm wondering if it's going to be like Avengers-esque, right? With the twins, where the reason he wants to be the defender of Earth is because Gordon was on some mission or another and he didn't accomplish his whole mission and Curtis lost his body because of it or something like that. It's like, you think you're on a noble quest of justice and defense, but you didn't protect me. So now I will be the true defender of Earth and show you what it means to protect the world. I hope it's not that. It would be a little bit cheesy.
今の悲鳴を。
ジェニファーさんの声です。奥からみたいだね。よし、行くぞ。
More underwater divers.
やれ、また人間どもか。こんなやつらめ。
Scuba divers, that's what I'm looking for.
ではありません。生体反応0.00000。
そうか。みんな気をつけろ。こいつらはカーチスが作った強化サイボーグ人間だ。
I'm guessing that the giant red eye in the middle means that it's a higher tier of the EDF soldiers.
強化サイボーグ人間。
そうだ。カーチスはジェニファーにも匹敵する天才科学者なのだ。
So why do they have muffled breathing then?
正義の名のもとに人の道を踏み外した実験を行っているのだ。お、まさかさっきの悲鳴は。いかん、ジェニファーが改造されているかもしれん。
I'll modify you, baby. Hey.
改造されている？
Super cyborg Jennifer. She reminds me of Doctor Doom with that face.
ジェニファーを救出するのだ。
Excuse me. That was funny though. Seriously, I'm supposed to be like scared of these guys? Excuse me. Alright, these are fist users. Their attack is not fantastic. Neither is their movement. That also means that their ability to actually close with me is not fantastic either. So I can pretty much just step someone out as bait and end my turn. And they'll move in on me, and then I can area of effect them. Just AoE them. Weak to ice, resistant to ice, weak to ice, resistant, or neutral to ice. It's my best ability to hit a line, to hit a 3 AoE like this. I guess we'll start with the Mystic Blast. Like so. I believe those two are set up to be killed, just because they don't have enough magic resistance. Then we'll take Axel, I guess. Colossal Fissure this guy.
I'll finish this. Be gone.
Almost too much damage. Now, I think Ellie was our target. Did she cast that far? She'll hit a cross. I think this should kill all three of them. Wow. I was sadly mistaken. Let's do something like... I don't want to move out Musashi because he has high enough attack and high counters that if these run over and attack him, they're going to die. So the plan now is that Ellie doesn't want to be standing out here because I think she's going to die if she does. She's going to get ganged up on by two of these guys. So I want to pick her up and throw her back into the base tile, but I want to do it with somebody who will not counterattack and kill them. And since this chica has 1200 health, I think this should be fine. It's like one of those is... No, he's specialing, so that's okay. I was gonna say, he's gonna attack our Kit Kat and die to counterattacks, but I was mistaken. This guy's level 50. Weak to wind. Nah, that's fine. What about this guy? 1, 2, 3. That doesn't work.
I'll finish this. Be gone.
Weaken him up like this. We're gonna buff her up, so hopefully she can punch through this guy that's resistant to ice. And thankfully, because she deployed and then acted, she can still move afterwards, and I think she can move to the east side of the map in order to get away from anyone that might hurt her. Not quite breaking through that. This guy cannot reach her if she goes all the way in the corner. What's her int like? 1034 versus... Her int is fine, it's just not quite enough. We'll put our Kit Kat back in, and our turn. Oh, some of these have guns! Dog! That's frustrating. Alright, well, Flan is the next lowest level person, so let's do it this way.
I'll finish this. Be gone.
It's just kind of a general massacre plan now. Because Ellie was the one with our statisticians, right? And you really only super care about funneling experience when that's a place you can funnel them to. This also might have been dumb, because I think he can just walk over to where he was before and rapid fire Flan. Do I have anyone else kind of low B-ish? No? I guess this will be fine. And this should finish up the round. I actually should not have ended my turn, because if this doesn't kill everyone, I'd probably rather not end my turn, but whatever. It did. So yeah, we're on our way to save Jennifer, but we're not in so much of a rush that we're gonna stop to just... that we're just gonna skip funneling experience. We're still gonna take our time and make sure the right people get the kills. We care, Jennifer, just not that much. Sorry. We are demons at the end of the day. He knows we're here.
君も往生際が悪いね、ゴードン君。
I don't know. We are kind of pummeling our way through your ship.
お前のような悪党を放置しておくわけにはいかん。地球勇者の名にかけて、カーター、お前を倒す。分かっていないな、ゴードン。これを何だと？君も知っての通り、地球は大変な危機に直面している。人口の爆発的な凶悪犯罪の急増、自然環境の破壊、深刻な食料不足。
Ah, the classical dystopian overpopulation problem.
新天地を求めるにしても
Excuse me.
莫大な予算が必要。
Like the amount of budget that it took to build 2 billion battleships? 2 million, not 2 billion.
だからこの魔界を乗っ取るという壮大かつ経済的な計画を実行したのだ。
You know, from what I've seen of the terrain, from like maps we've gone to, the terrain doesn't look particularly hospitable to like agriculture, which you would sort of need in order to support a population. This is the part where Laharl bends over and he goes, "Do you know what you are? A virus. A plague. And we are the cure."
悪魔めが。私も一言言わせてもらおう。カーター総司令、私は怒っています。ジェニファー返せ。
If you can't play nice, says the guy who turned on us and tried to kill you.
私も地球の未来のため全力で君たちを叩き潰そう。覚悟しておきたまえ。
Then again, Carter kind of has the Thanos thing going on, right? Like, we will invade the Netherworld because we must. The universe cannot support life. So these are all axe users. And they cannot move all the way to the edge of the wall. Are these guys gun users? Yes, they are. And that guy has a lot of hit on him, so he's gonna hurt a lot. And he's gonna hurt a lot. This guy has a not heavy saber. Oh, it actually looks like a lightsaber. That's hilarious. So, I think... Can we Omega Ice that far? We cannot. Which means if we move her out, she will get hit by this guy, and therefore probably die. But we can get around that by throwing her to safety. So, we'll do something like this. I wonder if I've ever seen somebody cosplay the Omega Ice girl, the like Ice Goddess or whatever. and just never recognized it, because it's a pretty awesome outfit. I think that would be awesome to cosplay. But then again, I'd almost never recognize it. Let's try and soften these guys up a little bit. I don't think it's gonna kill that guy in the middle, actually. Maybe I should have magic boosted her before I did this. Yeah. It's a little unfortunate. Let's make sure she doesn't die, though. We'll take our priest and use her as squishy bait with no targeting, with no counter ability. Throw her back into the base tile. Now, I think all those axe users are going to move over and beat on Kasumi instead. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, but it's also acceptable. Resistant to ice, resistant to ice. Fire would be the thing to hit these guys with. Well... let's start with this. I wanna heal these two up. And I think I'm gonna have essentially infinite mana for this. Make sure to turn his back, because for some reason I think facing has something to do with his probability of dodging spells. So as long as I face him away, apparently I was mistaken. Alright. Well, that's awkward, because these enemies have enough hit to abuse me. To abuse my ninja. But I don't have enough hit to even heal him. We'll soften these guys up some. About 500 each. Oh, this guy's big. But weak to fire. I want to do this differently. I think Lahara will not kill doing this. Then she can delta kick like this. And these two, this guy's resistant to ice, so I don't think he's gonna die to this, but that's okay for now. I was about to say, I really want to get these two axe users out of my face, but really the gun users are the most dangerous of all of them, because they can just kind of one-shot anyone from anywhere. So I should probably lift her out and throw her back to safety. We'll try this. It's a not insignificant amount of damage, but it's not a lot of damage either. Wow, that hurts. Weak to ice, not weak to ice. Then she's rapidly running out of mana for this. There's not too much left to go, so I think it'll be okay. Yeah. She goes up some levels. Stick her in the corner so she's safe. Our ninja will run to safety because he just got owned. Our Kit Kat will randomly run over here and Delta kick this guy for the fun of it. He shouldn't die, right? Oh, oops. Somehow I thought that guy had more health than he actually did. Oh well. I'm sort of curious now as to how close that was, but... And this should wrap that up. Go get some heals and get right back into it. We have to save Jennifer! I wonder what's up with the symbols on the floor. Oh, they're not positives and negatives. They're just like guidelines, and they just happen to cross over. Okay. Not that he had anything to do with it.
そして人間としての心と体を失った日からちょうど5年か。
おい、あいついきなり思い出話を始めたぞ。
Oh yeah, this is the part where you tell us our life story, right? Or your life
今の
story,
うちに
right?
攻撃しちゃいましょうか。
Yes! Do it! Get him! He's not paying
ちゃ
attention.
んと聞かなきゃダメですよ。ライバルは過去に悲しい傷を背負っているものなんですから。
It's really funny how you literally have both halves of this cliche right here, right? Like, okay, villain has a tragic past. Flawn's like, no, we must listen and empathize. And Laharl and Etna are just like, quick, get him while he's vulnerable.
続けてもいいか。
はい、どうぞ。
思い起こせば、俺が妻と娘を、そして
How many times have you practiced this speech in front of the mirror, friend?
ちょうどあの頃の俺は世界宇宙科学研究所で働くエリート署員で、しかし5年前のあの事件で
5年前
あの事件のせいで俺は体の7割を失い、研究所に住んでいた妻と娘は犯人は宇宙開発反対を唱えるテロリストどもだった。
まさかあの爆破事件の犠牲者の中に君の家族がいたというのか。
Gordon, you failed to protect us!
奴らは貴様に逮捕されたが、俺には何の慰めにもならなかった。俺は妻と子に誓った。地球勇者が役に立たないのなら、俺が真の地球勇者になってやると。
Ah, so cheesy.
自らの体を最
Don't
後
get me
に
wrong,
したのだ。
I love cheese, like actual physical cheese. I even love, like, dad jokes cheese, right? But,
人間を救えずして、何
it's
の
a
ため
crime
の地
against
球勇者だ。
humanity when there's cheese that I can't stand.
たとえどんな手段を使っても、より多くの人々を救うのが本当の地球勇者ではないのか。
You have to wonder if Curtis ever got something less than 100% on his missions, though, right? Like, it's important to do everything you can to avoid unnecessary casualties. You know, you look at, like, okay, the entire Sokovia Accords thing that happened during Civil War, spoiler alert, right? The whole point was they failed to save absolutely everybody. And it's like, whose fault is that? Is that the Avengers' fault that they didn't save everybody? Or is it the people who were running around with bombs, willing to blow people up, and the Avengers just failed to get a perfect on their mission, right? So it's kind of like, okay, yeah, I can see that Curtis has a point, but probably once he was... if he ever got to the position of being Defender of Earth. He's certainly going to reach that point and be like, come on, give me a break. I can't be perfect all the time. You're only human at the end of the day. Actually, I guess he's only 30% human at the end of the day, so he's going to make only 30% of the mistakes Gordon would, but you get what I'm saying. And if you've ever played Xenosaga, that's why Ziggy is one of the best characters, because he's like 98% cyborg or something. The only person better is Cosmos, because she's 0% human. She doesn't make mistakes. Ooh, is that true? I might have to take that back, but I can't do it without, like, massive spoilers, so I won't. Although I guess those years are like, those games are like 10 years old now, so outdated spoilers, but still. Let me show you my defender's spirit by attacking you! Like I said, a good defense is good offense, and these Geo Crystals are apparently here to prove that. Jesus. I feel like I should probably kill these Geo Crystals. And I think it's a line 4 AoE, which doesn't exist. This is so awkward. Like, I could do a line, I could do a chain throw, right? Do 1, 2, 3. Probably only need to be 2. 1, 2, throw 1, throw 2, kill this. That would decrease these to plus 100%. Let's use our highest defense / health. So Laharl has 2320 and 541 defense. We'll put him in the middle. 1, 2, 3, because he's likely to take the most damage. Then almost 2,000 health, 350. 1,800 health, 450. Way more health than that, with way more health. With way more defense. So Axel will be the first person, and then on the opposite side, we'll have Katarina be our gem killer. I wonder if the plus 50% applies to the Geo Crystal as well. But doesn't matter. It's only a level 30 crystal. And then we'll just end our turn. Ooh, I probably should have had our Necromanta run back. Ouch. Because everybody can get back to the center tile, so we could have repeated that process going this other direction if our Necromanta had returned to the base tile. Since she didn't, we can actually do it again using someone else. So if we go Axel plus Laharl, we'll move Kasumi out to do heals on those two. She really wants to get... Oh, we should do it this way. this is the most mana efficient and safest way to do this. So we put them in the diagonal pattern to make the mana efficient. We also cast before we move, so she can move as far as possible after she casts. And then we set this up like so. Oops, no, that's wrong. I don't trust her to one-shot that just by normal attacking it, so we'll do it this way. And then we can do something like smack this guy. For the hell of it. What did that do? 45 plus 19 is 74. Plus 600 is 674, so slightly more than half of his health. Ouch. I feel like Kasumi's probably gonna die here. Oh, it was close. Ouch. 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 Yep, she died. And we're trying to channel experience to Ellie, if I remember correctly. Weak to ice, resistant to ice, weak to ice, but this guy doesn't have very much health, so... hopefully we can kill these three with one spell. Fantastic. She goes up to level 60. Still hasn't learned anything new. Probably put her right there. I think I'm going to try and throw her back into the base panel, because she is going to die otherwise. In fact...
I'll finish this. Be gone.
So, yeah, I mean, this map started with plus 150% on all of the enemies, and it's not... again, it's not difficult in the sense that I'm in any danger of not finishing the map, but it's also... it is dangerous enough that they can actually kill my guys, and I have to worry about that a little bit. Can't attack up that high. Plus 10? What the heck? 20 to 30. That's plus 10. And this should hit 12 upwards. Oh! Wind Cutter is plus 12. Hurricane Slash is only plus 6. Okay. Well... maybe we will just Wind Cutter then. 603. I feel like some people are gonna die this turn, but I'm not sure how many. I'm down to 4 to dispatch. Etna, Musashi, Flan, and Ellie. We still have to deal with Curtis. Weird. I feel like his health has gone down. I don't know. Let's see. I think I have to just kill these other ones. I don't think I can afford to lose anyone else. I mean, maybe farming experience is a bad idea on a boss fight. Colossal Fisher into Windcutter.
I'll finish this. Be gone.
Excuse me. Give these two some big heals.
Give me strength.
And then get the heck away from the base tile. Excuse me. This guy has a gun. Maybe I can just kill this guy. He's weak to fire. It's close. I can block this pathway using him. Essentially, I want to try and get this guy to not go around me and kill her. I can do that by blocking or by body blocking like this. Timo, don't die! Good job, Timo. This guy's pretty low. This guy is pretty low. Don't need to body block him anymore because he's about to die. So Bahal can also run over here and contribute to blocking this way. This guy's weak to ice, so she ought to be able to secure that kill, like so. And then this guy... I guess Flan will kill him.
I'll finish this.
Excuse me.
Here I come.
Easy. She didn't go up level, that's unfortunate. Now, not quite last. Etna will move out and fully surround this guy, so we should beat the crap out of him.
Go! See ya!
Take this!
Oh no! I'm so scared. Weak to fire. This is about 700 damage. Axel should do about 700 again, right?
I'll finish this!
750. It's a little close to lethal. Laharl's gonna do a lot of damage. I hope this doesn't kill. I think he's dead. Yeah, that sucks. Oh well. Right. Because you punched me in the face harder than I punched you in the face, it means morally you are more correct than I am.
本当の地球勇者魂か。俺もこの機械の体に俺の負けだ。さあ殺してくれ。
わかった。痛くないようにサクッとやってあげるね。
As you wish.
ダメです。
カーチス、私たちの戦いはもう終わったんだ。君は正しいことをしようとした。ただ悲しみのあまり方法を間違ってしまっただけさ。これからは友として私を助けてくれると嬉しいのだが。
ゴードン。
お前は優秀なやつみたいだ。
Do we recruit
俺
him?
様の
魔王の家来か。それも悪くないかもしれんな。だが今の俺にはしばらく休息が必要なようだ。ゴードン、ジェニファ
カーチス、ジェニファーに気をつけ。
She's been mortified. Dun dun dun.
気をつけろ。
I wonder who's that supposed to be on her shoulder? Is that Laharl?
改造ですか？改造でしょう。
I mean, there's like a crazy scarf, cape, something going on there. Makes me think Laharl. Could be Curtis. Alright, and now we're onto the bridge, which I'm hypothesizing is the last mission in this scenario, or in this chapter. After that, we'll probably do it for us for this episode. But first, we must raid the bridge.
追い詰めたぞ、カーター。観念しておとなしくジェニファーを返せ。
いいだろう。
ジェニファー。
And now she shoots him.
はい。期待していたのと全然違う。ですね。
Excuse me.
よくぞジェニファーを改造したことに気がついたな。その通りだ。これはマインドコントロール装置だ。
Somehow her character model looks like she's wearing more makeup or something. And she's got More eyeliner? Question mark?
私の命令で動く操り人。さあ行け。ゴードンを倒すのだ、ジェニファー。
You can tell that she must be a higher tier of Jennifer because she's a recolor. That's how that works. I wish our ninja could do that. Double specials.
やめた方が良いのではないか。
どうだ、驚いたか。ジェニファーは古のマーシャルアーツ、カンフーの達人なの。
Because there's definitely only one kind of kung fu in the world.
彼女にそんな特技があったとは初耳だぞ。
君が聞かなかっただけだろ。
Surprise.
なるほど。ではどうすればいいのだ。ジェニファーを相手に本気を出すことなど私にはできん。
本気出したところで負けるってならいっそのことこの船ごと吹き飛ばしてしまうから。ダメです。この船は私がもらうんですから。
It shall be my flagship, and I will bring justice to the universe.
そうか。それでは仕方ないな。
地球勇者キャプテンゴードン最大のピンチか。
His assistant.
情けないぞゴードン。俺に見せた地球勇者魂はどこへやった。
コーチス。
あんたの言葉が俺の心の奥底に眠っていた忘れかけたものを呼び覚ましてくれたのさ。見ていてくれ。俺の最後の地球勇者魂だ。
ジェニファー、その裏切り者から先に始末してしまえ。
ゴードン、あんたは俺のことを友と呼んでくれた。
I'm actually super curious what the Japanese lyrics in the background are singing. It's probably cheesy anime stuff. When the spirit grips you, you must be a hero.
おかしいよな。
Yeah, something about hearts and courageous winds, if I'm hearing that correctly.
なんでこんなになっちまったんだろう。いや、最後の最後に気づいたんだ。
So cheesy.
ジェニファー、そんな死に損ないを相手に何を手こずっている。こうなったらジェニファーもろともお前たちを爆破してやる。こんなこともあろうかとマインドコントロール装置に爆弾を仕掛けておいたのだ。
Pretty sadistic, man. You adopt the girl, and you put a device in her head so that she can't have a personality and only has to do what you tell her. And then you put a bomb in it as well, so that nobody can even disarm it.
ジェニファー、よくこれ死なすわけに。
And true to anime style, we're just gonna overlook the kind of trauma that would add to somebody's life. If one of your parental figures puts you under a mind control device that will kill you if you try and remove it, that wouldn't, like, fuck you up for life or anything.
俺も本物の地球勇者になれるかな。
なれるとも。いや、今の君の姿こそ地球。
ありがとうよ、ゴードン。あんたが教えてくれた地球勇者魂。
So he can disarm it, but only by sacrificing himself, apparently, in true anime style.
私の方だ。第38代地球勇者の名を捧げよう。
Forget which one Gordon was supposed to be.
青らハールのためだ。地球勇者カーティスの魂を家族のもとへ導いてやってくれ。
殿下。
And today we learned that even if you're 70% cyborg, you still have a soul.
余計なことは言うなよ。俺様はただ魔王として真の勇者の魂に敬意を表しただけ。それだけのこと。
ええ、分かってます。
許さんぞカーター。
待ってコード。
ジェニファー、正気に戻ったのか。
マインドコントロールされている時、ガッツ、私のせいで。
いや、彼の行動は彼自身の信念を貫き通した結果だ。それに彼の地球勇者魂は今君の心の中に宿っているはずだ。
そうね。
ジェニファー、君は私の助手ではない。同じ地球勇者として共に戦おう。
ありがとう、コード。分かった。
I wonder how the title of Defender of Earth does get passed out. Like, does it really go from person to person, right? Like, I hereby bequeath the title of Defender of Earth to such and such person.
待てジェニファー。私は
Seems awfully, arbitrary.
育ててやった王を忘れたか。
Listen, strange people running around distributing titles is no method for a system of government. No basis for a system of government. I messed it up.
私はあなたを信じていたし。
I guess it's not a government either. Listen, strange people running around distributing titles is no system for a basis of is no basis for a system of military? I don't know.
あなたの目的は私を利用することだけだった。あなたを父とは呼ばない。
I might hypothetically be funny if I could ever quote this
ロシア
correctly.
の親不孝者め。こうなったら最後の手段だ。
Now he's definitely Thanos. He's like, now I'm gonna kill my daughter. Ah, my adopted daughter, no less.
なぜ天使様が彼の味方を？
Those character models are cool though.
裏で人間どもを操っていたよう
天界の連中が絡んでくるとは面白くなってきましたね、殿下。そんな、これは大天使様のご意志なの？
Alrighty, let's get into it. Spear users. That's good. At least means they're relatively weak. Spears, bows. Angel Cadet? Same rank as Flom then. Seem like no big deal to me. Their resistances are a little bit high, so I probably can't just blow them up with spells in one go. But I think we'll just deploy Musashi and end our turn. They'll walk up and try and auto-attack me, but hopefully they'll miss. Yeah. And now we can really respond. There's a line AoE here. There's a line AoE here. What other kinds of AoEs can we do? Maybe a lion or tiger charge? And then not that line. this line. Like so. Phew. They're pretty weakened up. And I think we can deploy Ellie to go over here. Omega ice these three. Ice this deadbeat! Actually should not have put her there in order to do that. I should have put her somewhere else. So now we have to do all sorts of shenanigans in order to protect her. Say... Axel? Will lift and throw. And Laharl will do a line AoE.
Here I come!
Now she's protected. And I think this team should mostly be fine. I don't think I'm in any serious danger of dying. The Giga Heal sort of sucks. That was the weirdest Giga Heal I've ever seen.
Pray.
I mean, that at least hit people that mattered. Did that out of order. Alrighty, our Lion's Roar is a really good AoE here. I mean, the heals are obnoxious, but hardly something to worry about. Resistant to ice, weak to ice, neutral to ice. So if she does like a Mystic Blast, it's probably good. And I think she can move this way and do like a cross target. What are the resistances like over here? Neutral, a little bit to ice, weak to ice. I think I want her to conserve mana just a little bit. So she'll try and hit these. See how that goes. Nice. And she'll get back in the corner. Don't need to hit this because she's pretty weak. Guess I'll just end my turn like that.
Fool. Pray. Pray.
God, they sound so serious.
Die. Pray.
Can't say I'm a fan of their attacking voice lines.
Pray.
You know, they say pray with this super serious voice, and then with the exact same voice they say die. Such a weird thing, right? Die. Pray. A little sadistic there. So I think we Mystic Blast this, and we cross AoE with Omega Ice. I'm still rapidly running out of mana to Omega Ice with. I might have to remove her staff and switch it over to somebody else if she runs out of mana. I mean, she's down to 45, so she could do, like, basic spells, maybe? I also discovered something that I felt really dumb about. I don't know if I commented on this already, but, fists. So, like, I'm not using spears, because in the really hyper late game, they're not very strong. I think I said that for tier 1 spears, that was unfortunate. For tier 1 spears, they do, I think they have an attack of like 1,000. No, tier 2 spears are 1,000. Tier 1 spears are 2,000. Tier 2 swords are 2,000, and tier 1 swords are 4,000. So, tier 1 swords are at least twice as much base attack. Well, they're twice as much base attack as tier 1 spears. What's her counter like? Low. This person's weak to ice. Am I gonna kill her? Close. It's easy? What was I saying? I actually probably want to get these out of the way so they don't accidentally kill anyone else. Oh, turns out fists are the exact same power level as spears. So it's like if I was gonna have if I was avoiding using spears because they're too weak, I probably shouldn't have a fist user either. So I feel a little bit silly about that. I'm actually kind of considering some weaponry training, because it turns out, let me see, ninjas are also A rank in axes, and higher tier ninjas actually get an S in axes, so I could turn my ninja into an axe user, which would give me 3 axe users, which is slightly more than I would like. I don't know how I'd manage that. How are ninjas with swords? Fine. I think they get better at higher ranks. I don't want a 3rd sword user. I mean, Laharl's staying a sword user. Bell is staying a sword user. I don't know what I would change, if anything. Man, their resistance is pretty good. Defend? I guess?
Fool. Repent. Pray.
It might be interesting to futz around with bows. 376. That was too much damage. Excuse me. Excuse me. She is just not getting in there with that damage. She's a little too low. I guess I'll just commit myself to finishing these things off with normal characters. Because I don't think I have enough... Excuse me, I don't think I have enough int rating to cut through their magic resistance without doing magic boost, and I don't really want to take the time to do that. Practice Delta Kick a little bit. That should be the end of the level. While this plays out, I'm going to switch tabs really quick to look something up. Because I said maybe bows, and everything I remember doing a tiny little bit of research into bows and weapon types, and I think I remember concluding that bows weren't very good. Go ahead and let this play out, actually. Beam me up, Scotty. Get me out of here.
さらばだ諸君。まさか悪魔の
That's right.
これほどのものだったとは。
Yes, tier 1 spear. I mean, one of the things about spears is they have a whole bunch of supplemental stats. What is this? The tier 1 spear has 400 health, 400 attack. No, 400 health, 400 mana, 1,500 attack, 400 hit, 400 speed, 400 resistance. What are these other things? 400 hit, 400 int. So just like, it has basically everything on it. You might want to think about using a spear for a hybrid class that has like, that also occasionally casts spells, but I'm really a min-maxer, so that doesn't work very well. I'll look at bows really quick. Let's see. I'll look at the bow stats. The tier 1 bow has 200 health, 300 mana. This is all basic, of course. You know, having residence can change this. It has 1,500 attack, 300 int, 300 speed. What's this stat? I'm looking at a chart. So it's 300 int, 300 speed, 1,200 hit rating, and 300 resistance, with an attack range of 5. Now, bows are calculated as attack divided by 2 plus hit divided by 2. So that means fundamentally this thing has 2,700 divided by 2 is essentially, this has a base attack rating of 1,350, so even lower than spears. There might be something to be said for using a bow, and that hypothetically it's... Actually, no, I guess that's not true. I'm trying to think about how bonus stats get added into the game, because essentially anything that gives you both attack and hit is going to give you attack, but it's only going to give it to you at 50%. I mean, let's say something gives you 200 hit, or 200 attack and 200 hit. For an archer, that's 200 attack, because it's 200 divided by 2 is 100, plus 200 divided by 2 is 100. For a normal attacker, it's going to be 200 for the attack rating, plus... Or, I'm sorry, 200 for the bonus attack. Possibly more if they have a higher affinity, and then just the extra hit on top of it. And you don't have to deal with the weirdness of trying to find items that have both attack and hit. So that's not fantastic. Sorry, I'm tabbed out. Let's get back to the story. I'll wrap this up before I finish that thought. But we have gotten quite a bit stronger since he saw us last. I mean, that was what, like chapter 4 or something like that? We were like level 20? Mid-boss! Where did you come from?
魔界に通じる者の手引きがなければ答えなさい。あなたの背後に誰がいるのです。
You know, Mid-boss is investigating this. Kinda sounds like he is probably the mysterious character that Seraph has been talking to. He's all serious.
白い翼を持った男だ。私は無実だ。私はただ地球を救いたかっただけなのだ。
そうですか。愚かな人間の指導者。己の娘も救えぬ者がどうして他人を救うことができますか。あなたは己のエゴのために他人を犠牲にしているんです。
And then Thanos put on his gauntlet and snapped his fingers, and suddenly Mid-boss wasn't so arrogant.
されることになるでしょう。悪魔いつもは
That is a question I ask myself all the time, and I hope you do too.
りがとうカーチス。君のことは生涯忘れないだろう。君の分まで地球のために戦うことをここに誓おう。いや、地球だけではない。全ての世界のために。
私もよ、カーチス。あなたに救われたこの命、世界平和のために捧げるわ。あなたやあなたの家族のような犠牲者を二度と出す。
フロン、
私、天界に戻ります。
何？
大天使様の本心を知るためにも、私、天界に戻ります。
And so the war is over. Sort of. Next episode.
地球防衛軍との戦いを終えて一息つけるかと思いきや、アホな天界の連中が人間を操っていたことが発覚したからさあ大変。
It's always the people that appear innocent and out for your own well-being that are the most manipulative, right?
天界でフロンちゃんを待ち受けているものは何か、そして大天使の真意とは。次回、魔界戦記です。
Wow, that was a surprisingly honest intro, Etna. It wasn't all overinflated with interstellar cooking battles and other shenanigans.
これは夢か。
エトナさんが
Exactly! I was just thinking that.
天変地異の前触れか。
世界の破滅だわ。世界の破滅。みんな逃げるぞ。
Etna's being serious! Hell's freezing over! Actually, hell already froze over. Did you see how many frozen levels there were so far in this game?
あいつら、い
Yeah.
つか殺してやる。
Let's get him, Etna. Alrighty, and I do think instead of starting the next episode and doing the intro storyline at the end of this one, I will go ahead and save it here and then cut here and do the beginning of the next chapter, which is going to be the last chapter at the beginning of the next episode. I think this episode is 16 or 17. I forget which one we're on. So I will go ahead and save this, and then I will see you next episode where, well, next episode will be a little bit interesting. Join me next time, and I will cover why just a little bit when we get there. Until then, take care of yourselves, and look forward to it.